everyone, welcome back. It's Emily Elizabeth. Today I'm going to show you how I make my acai bowl. So these are usually super expensive to buy outside of the home, but I like to eat them so often that I decided to just make them inside my house, and now I make them all the time. For breakfast, for lunch, for a mid-afternoon snack, they're awesome and super filling. So today I'm going to show you how I make mine. Obviously you can put anything you want on top that you like, but I'm just going to show you kind of what I do. Okay, here are some of the regular items I use to make it. So of course we have the acai. Obviously acai can be kind of expensive, but I get this entire pack for $5 at a Brazilian market. It comes with individually sized packs that I'll show you in a minute, but it is so much cheaper. Like this entire pack is $5 and it has like 4 or 5 individual packs in it. I use 2 each to make an acai bowl, so it is way affordable. And then I like to put strawberries in mine along with a banana. So we have acai, strawberries, mango, granola, and grapes. And then I also have flaxseed, chia seeds, maple syrup, this banana smoothie mix, a banana of course, and I like to use almond milk because I do not do well with dairy. You can obviously use any other milk that you like, oat milk, cow's milk, cashew milk, anything that you like. I just prefer almond milk, so that's what I'm gonna use today. And then I have my Ninja here. This is the best blender I've ever had. I've gone through a lot of blenders because I make smoothies so often, and this is the best one that works super well with frozen objects as well. And so this is also just the granola that I'll be using today. I like the honey almond flax crunch one by Acai. I've tried a lot of different granolas. Obviously you can try whatever kind you want. There's ones with raisins or cranberries, anything like that, whatever you like. These are all the ingredients I've laid out that we're gonna use today. So let's get started. To start off with, I have the acai packs that I was telling you about. So these are what come in the bag. Like I said, it comes with like 4 or 5, I can't remember now because I've used them all. This is the one that comes with Guaraná. Guaraná is like a Brazilian soda. I think of it as like the Brazilian version of ginger ale. It's just used to sweeten it, but these are acai and Guaraná. I use 2 of these packets. I just rinse them off to warm them up a little bit because I like to break them ahead of time because it makes it, again, a little bit easier in your blender if your blender doesn't do so well with frozen products. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take my blender. And I like to put the acai in first because when I have the softer products at the bottom, because obviously we're gonna flip this upside down, it tends to blend everything up better. And then do the frozen products. Okay, so I have those both in there. Then I'm gonna add the strawberries. I like to add strawberries in mine. Again, you can add whatever kind of fruit you like into yours. I always usually add banana because it's a good binder, but obviously you can use whatever you like if you don't like bananas, because some people don't. But I'm just gonna go ahead and add these in. You don't even have to cut them up if you have a good blender. I don't, because it'll obviously just get all blended up anyways. Now I'm gonna add in my banana. It's a really awesome post-workout meal too, because obviously it's good to have bananas and potassium after a workout. So sometimes I have this as after a workout meal instead of going for that cookie or other snack. It's just good to kind of work out and then have a good meal after. You feel better. Okay, so I have my banana in. So I found these banana smoothie mixes at Shaw's. They're super good addition to kind of sweeten it a little bit, and it just makes it taste better. But if you want a more natural option, I have also used just plain maple syrup. Maple syrup is an awesome way to sweeten anything and just give it a little bit more flavor without being overly too sweet and without artificial sweeteners. So I am from Vermont, so I use all natural Vermont maple syrup. I'm a Vermont maple syrup girl for sure. I don't use the Mrs. Butterworth stuff, but if you have it, you can use that, but it is artificial. Anyway, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add a touch of this. You only need like a tablespoon. I don't really measure anything, so. There we go. So that's all set. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put the top on. Oh shoot, I forgot the almond milk. Okay, so go ahead and add in the milk of your choice. I like to just use maybe a 1/4 cup, 1/2 cup, whatever you like. Obviously it's gonna be a little bit more thicker because we're making a bowl, not a smoothie. So you want a thicker consistency because you're gonna be eating it with a spoon. And then I like to add just a few ice cubes. I got my ice cubes in there. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and add the top on, squish it down. This blender is also super, super easy to clean, like incredibly easy to clean. So now we're gonna put it into the blender so you can see how the soft stuff is on the bottom and the frozen stuff is on the top. Once this part is blended into a mixture, it makes it easier to blend the frozen products is what I found. If I put the frozen in last, it gets stuck at the bottom and it doesn't really blend very well. So that's just what's worked for me. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the blender now. Okay, here we go. I did not even speed that up for you. This was what, I don't know, 10, 15 seconds that it made everything blended together. I love this blender so, so much. If you have to blend it more, go ahead and do that because you do want a nice even consistency. And when you take it out, you want to make sure that it is thick. So if it isn't thick enough, go ahead and add a couple more ice cubes. That's why I like to use the pre-frozen acai. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. If you want it thicker, so you don't really want it to move. You want it to be like jello-y. See how it kind of jiggles? But you can make it thicker if you want, because you kind of want it to be sorbet-ish. Okay, so now that you have everything blended up, go ahead and grab a bowl. I did not get one out already. Okay, you obviously want to make sure it's a big enough bowl to hold all of your toppings. I'm just gonna go ahead and dump this in. Oh, look at that, it's so pretty. It's such a pretty color, right? And just scrape the excess out of the blender. Again, this is the Ninja, best thing I've ever had. Actually, this was a gift, so I can't say I bought it, but it is definitely worth it. Okay, so now that we have our bowl all ready, we're just gonna go ahead and add the toppings. So this is where you can kind of get creative and add whatever you like. So I always like to add grapes because you get a little bit in every bite. So I've just halved my grapes because they make a few more bites and it just makes it a little bit easier to eat, if I'm gonna be honest. So I'm gonna go ahead and add these in. Again, you can add whatever you like to eat, but I just like grapes because you get some in every bite. I'm gonna go ahead and add some mango. I just cut up a mango into little tiny cubes. So we're just gonna add some of those in. You don't have to go crazy with the fruit because you don't want to overwhelm the bowl. But also people use sweetened condensed milk is a super popular thing to put in acai bowls. I just can't have it, but it is definitely a good touch if you like it. Then I'm gonna add in some of my granola. Again, this is the honey almond flax crunch. I am gonna add more flaxseed, but still, you can use whatever granola you like. And I'm gonna add in some flaxseed, so you can buy whatever kind you like. This is one, what is it called? Wild Oats Organic Whole Flaxseed. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna use today. I like to just use the lid to sprinkle it. Doesn't have to look beautiful, I'll just make it pretty for you guys today. But in the end, you are just gonna eat it, so it doesn't need to look amazing. You can even just spread everything out over the entire bowl if you like. Okay, and then these are my chia seeds that I'm using. And so I'm just gonna take, it comes with a little scoop, which is cute. So I'm just gonna take these and sprinkle it on as well. That's too much. Okay, there we go. And then, so if you look, so some people might think that this is not a good post-workout meal because it doesn't have enough protein. Well, let me tell you, it has a banana in it that has a good amount of potassium. Also, this is 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, has 2 grams of protein in it. The flax seed is 4 grams of protein. The acai 1 pouch has 1 gram, so we're using 2 grams, that's not that much, but you get my point. And then along with the almond milk has a gram of protein in it, and just also, this is actually still a good source of calcium. People don't believe that, but it really is. And then obviously we have the granola. Where is this? This one has 9 grams of protein in it. So you can really add whatever you want and customize it so that you get whatever nutritional value you want out of it, or you can just eat it because it's so good. It's so refreshing, seriously. And I like to sprinkle it with a little touch of pink Himalayan salt on top. Oh, it's so good, so good. So then you get that like sweetness and the saltiness and like every little bite, so good. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take a bite. It's seriously so refreshing, like, I can't get enough of it. Here, I'll show you guys. Doesn't that look so good? So you can kind of play with the color combinations if you want, make it all fancy schmancy, or you can just throw it all into a big mess. Whatever, you're gonna eat it. And so you can eat it like this, or you can stir it all around. But this is kind of what I usually make pretty regularly, actually. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing how I make my acai bowls. Again, they're way, way cheaper to make at home. Like, they are so good and super easy to make, especially if you have a good blender. But they can be pretty expensive. They're like $10 sometimes when you go out just to get one. This whole pack of acai is $5. $5. So yeah, I use 2 of these packs for one acai bowl. You can get whatever kind of acai you want. I do know that they sell them at Wegmans, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I would definitely start making these because they're an awesome snack. They seriously keep me full for a really long time, and I eat very often, and it is hard to keep me full. So trust me when I say they keep you full. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will see you in my next video.